So, what's been going on with me with the move and everything? There was like a lot of pressure. Like we've moved so much, me and my husband and my kids. We moved sometimes every year twice. So it was a lot. Because what would happen was we were allowed to stay at his grandmother's house during the summer while she was away. She was away for a long time. So we would move into her house sometimes. Like some years, we would move into her house while she was at the cottage. Um, and it was just so much moving. And moving is such an intense thing to do. Like, it's an organizational feat. It's just such a mess of tasks. Like, there's so much. And I'm not sure, like, how much it's like I made this, like, it was my own doing. But it felt like I had to do every single thing that needed to be done. Like, I had to pack every single thing. I had to do all the cleaning. It seemed like every time it seemed that way, like it fell onto me so heavily. I remember one time my friend Sue was helping me. But anyway, it was a lot just me packing shit up and like putting stuff into vehicles. We got help, free help, not movers. I've never gotten movers. They're too expensive, aren't they? Too poor for that shit. So anyway, we used to move so much. And we kind of had stopped sort of for a little bit of time, it felt like. Like we stayed at the same place for almost 2 years or around 2 years, something like that. But then when we left there, it was because we got kicked out of there. So like not by the landlord. It was a family thing. Family dramatics. So then we moved into a camper. um, which I tried to tell myself about that. I was like, it's going to definitely be cozy. Like, you might be bothered by the lack of space. Because I was thinking about the way I act when I'm at home and, like, how much I like to move around because I pace so much. And just other stimming. Like, big stims. So it's kind of nice to have some room to really move around. So I did think about that. Like, we decided together, me and my husband, to move into this camper. Because, kind of, we felt that there was nothing else we could do. Like, rent was so high and it was so hard for us to maintain all the time employment. We both really have a lot of mental health struggles. I mean, we are fine right now. Like, the month is almost over of November and we're gonna obviously pay the rent and we have more money than that. I feel really unsteady with the financial situation because I just had to pay my car insurance for a year, and it was $1,200, which was almost all the money I had. So it left me with like around 400, but I've been spending it for a while already. So, and I will get paid and stuff. But just it's hard to see the numbers going down so much and like dwindling away. I don't have a credit card, but anyway, so I started to have all these different signs. I was kind of noticing things about myself that I was like under stress. Like I started to get all these pimples. And I don't have it as bad now, but I think it was yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like getting a lot more pimples than normal, but also I was like not able to leave it alone. Like I just kept on bothering at them and they would never go away very much. Yeah, right now it's a little bit better. But also another stim that I do is picking my lips. Like that's why my lips look so rough a lot of the time is because I pick at them. I pick skin off and it bleeds. I do it kind of without thinking, like it's kind of like a nervous habit, I guess. Like biting your nails probably to people. I don't know, but and then my lip is also bothers me, so then I have to like touch it. Like yeah, I'm always trying to make it feel better. Anyway, yeah, and I started doing drugs so much, obviously too. Um, Also, still on this antidepressant. And I remember one thing I specifically remember is my psychotherapist when I told her that I was smoking weed with Effexor. She was kind of worried about it, I guess, and she said to make sure to talk to the doctor about that when I saw her. Like, that was one of the things we talked about. Just the other day, there's this, like, you get a robot call, like, from the mental health clinic telling you about your appointment to remind you, I am calling for blank, blank. And then they say, the robot is talking so loud, but then when they actually read out the date and time, especially, like, the only thing I need to know usually is the time, because I always remember already what the day was often. And I just can never make out the time, and then I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they said. So anyway, yeah, she was all concerned about that. I saw the nurse. I did say it, but then I also said a lot of other things, like it was a conversation, right? Maybe she should have paid more attention to that. Yeah, I think I'm going to ask the pharmacist just to see if they would know. Like, just say that, like, I'm kind of I was trying to quit smoking weed, and I'm not doing too good at it, so I've been smoking it quite a bit. I'm on this medication. What do you think? Right? Yeah, it's a good idea. But, like, I feel like I don't understand the things that I do. Like, I find myself so unpredictable. I don't always do the things that I should do. Well, sometimes it's a little bit of, like, being angry that I had to do it. Like last night, what happened was, I should have gone out and got things for the kids' lunches at the store. But things for the kids' lunches, what is that? That's a hard thing to say. But what happened was I just didn't feel like going to the store. It had been a long day. It had been the first day I worked in a week. And I just thought, I'm not the only one who can drive. Someone else can drive to the store. I said something about it to my husband. I didn't, like, beg him to go, obviously. This is what goes on. I have a hard time asking for help. So if I want someone to do something, maybe the way I'm wording it to them isn't the best. Like, it might not seem very much like they have to actually do it. I know you can't make people do things, and I don't want to. But it's just, sometimes it feels like I always have to do everything. You know, especially in, like, as far as the home care type things, like buying groceries, running out to the store, getting water. Like, we have to get our drinking water, for fuck. It's so often, and I always have to do it. It's like, dude, you can drive. But then, like, another thing to consider with it is, I think it might have to do with social anxiety. Like, if he had to go to his grandmother's to get drinking water, that's a social experience. And I understand that, which I also feel that way sometimes too, that I'm like, I don't want to go and have a social experience right now just to get drinking water. I would rather not have to talk to someone. In my mind, but I don't know if this is different. I don't mind the idea of just going to the gas station. Like, to avoid a social experience, I would rather go to the gas station, even though there is people there. But at the gas station, I don't feel like I super have to talk to the people. And, like, there's a chance I won't know any of the cashiers, really. So, like, they're probably not going to chat it up with me. And if I'm just getting water, I'm kind of in and out. Like, going and seeing the grandmother is much more of a chat up. It's a little bit more of a taxing experience. And I love her. But, it just sometimes feels like too much work to be delayed there, to be, like, standing there chatting with her. This is what it is. I want to be respectful to her, and I want her to have a nice time when I visit her, so I want to do her the service of, like, being someone who actually wants to be there when I'm there. Giving her the time of day, right? I want to give her the time of day when I'm there. So if I'm not I feel like I don't have the capacity to give someone the time of day, then I'd rather not have to be around someone. Yeah, that was a really good way to put it. I like that.